Chapter 22, verse 1. And Ishmael then rose up and took his wife and his children and his cattle and all belonging to him, and he journeyed from there, and he went to his father in the land of the Philistines. Verse 2. And Abraham related to Ishmael his son the transaction with the first wife that Ishmael took, according to what she did. Verse 3. And Ishmael and his children dwelt with Abraham many days in that land, and Abraham dwelt in the land of the Philistines a long time. Verse 4. And the days increased and reached 26 years. And after that, Abraham with his servants and all belonging to him went from the land of the Philistines and removed to a great distance. And they came near to Hebron, and they remained there. And the servants of Abraham dug wells of water, and Abraham and all belonging to him dwelt by the water. And the servants of Abimelech king of the Philistines heard the report that Abraham's servants had dug wells of water in the borders of the land. Verse 5. And they came and quarreled with the servants of Abraham, and they robbed them of the great well which they had dug. Verse 6. And Abimelech king of the Philistines heard of this affair, and he with Phicol the captain of his host, and 20 of his men came to Abraham. And Abimelech spoke to Abraham concerning his servants, and Abraham rebuked Abimelech concerning the well of which his servants had robbed him. Verse 7. And Abimelech said to Abraham, As the Lord liveth who created the whole earth, I did not hear of the act which my servants did unto thy servants until this day. Verse 8. And Abraham took 7 ewe lambs and gave them to Abimelech, saying, Take these, I pray thee, from my hands, that it may be a testimony for me that I dug this well. Verse 9. And Abimelech took the 7 ewe lambs which Abraham had given to him, for he had also given him cattle and herds in abundance. And Abimelech swore to Abraham concerning the well, therefore he called that well Beersheba, for there they both swore concerning it. Verse 10. And they both made a covenant in Beersheba, and Abimelech rose up with Phicol the captain of his host and all his men, and they returned to the land of the Philistines. And Abraham and all belonging to him dwelt in Beersheba, and he was in that land a long time. Verse 11. And Abraham planted a large grove in Beersheba, and he made to it 4 gates facing the 4 sides of the earth, and he planted a vineyard in it, so that if a traveler came to Abraham, he entered any gate which was in his road, and remained there and ate and drank and satisfied himself, and then departed. Verse 12. For the house of Abraham was always open to the sons of men that passed and repassed, who came daily to eat and drink in the house of Abraham. Verse 13. And any man who had hunger and came to Abraham's house, Abraham would give him bread that he might eat and drink and be satisfied. And any one that came naked to his house he would clothe with garments as he might choose, and give him silver and gold, and make known to him the Lord who had created him in the earth. This did Abraham all his life. Verse 14. And Abraham and his children and all belonging to him dwelt in Beersheba, and he pitched his tent as far as Hebron. Verse 15. And Abraham's brother Nahor and his father and all belonging to them dwelt in Haran, for they did not come with Abraham to the land of Canaan. Verse 16. And children were born to Nahor which Milcah the daughter of Haran and sister to Sarah, Abraham's wife, bare to him. Verse 17. And these are the names of those that were born to him: Uz, Buz, Kemuel, Keezd, Chazo, Pildash, Tidlaph, and Bethuel, being 8 sons. These are the children of Milcah which she bare to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Verse 18. And Nahor had a concubine, and her name was Reumah, and she also bare to Nahor Zebah, Gatshesh, Takesh, and Maachah, being 4 sons. Verse 19. And the children that were born to Nahor were 12 sons besides his daughters, and they also had children born to them in Haran. Verse 20. And the children of Uz the firstborn of Nahor were Abi, Chereph, Gadon, Melis, and Deborah their sister. Verse 21. And the sons of Buz were Berashel, Nameth, Sheva, and Madnu. Verse 22. And the sons of Kemuel were Aram and Rechab. Verse 23. And the sons of Keezd were Anamlech, Meshai, Benon, and Yiphi. And the sons of Chazo were Pildash, Mechai, and Ophir. Verse 24. And the sons of Pildash were Arad, Chamim, Merd, and Moloch. Verse 25. And the sons of Tidlaph were Mushan, Cushan, and Mutzi. Verse 26. And the children of Bethuel were Sechar, Laban and their sister Rebekah. Verse 27. These are the families of the children of Nahor that were born to them in Haran. And Aram the son of Kemuel and Rechab his brother went away from Haran, and they found a valley in the land by the river Euphrates. Verse 28. And they built a city there, and they called the name of the city after the name of Pethor the son of Aram, that is Aram Naharaim unto this day. Verse 29. And the children of Kizd also went to dwell where they could find a place. And they went and they found a valley opposite to the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Verse 30. And they there built themselves a city, and they called the name at the city Kizd after the name of their father, that is the land Casdim unto this day. And the Casdim dwelt in that land, and they were fruitful and multiplied exceedingly. Verse 31. And Terah, father of Nahor and Abraham, went and took another wife in his old age, and her name was Pelilah. And she conceived and bare him a son, and he called his name Zobah. Verse 32. And Terah lived 25 years after he begat Zobah. Verse 33. And Terah died in that year, that is in the 35th year of the birth of Isaac son of Abraham. Verse 34. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and he was buried in Haran. Verse 35. And Zobah the son of Terah lived 30 years, and he begat Aram, Echlis, and Merek. Verse 36. And Aram son of Zobah son of Terah had 3 wives, and he begat 12 sons and 3 daughters. And the Lord gave to Aram the son of Zobah riches and possessions, and abundance of cattle and flocks and herds, and the man increased greatly. Verse 37. And Aram the son of Zobah and his brother and all his household journeyed from Haran, and they went to dwell where they should find a place, for their property was too great to remain in Haran, for they could not stop in Haran together with their brethren, the children of Nahor. Verse 38. And Aram the son of Zobah went with his brethren, and they found a valley at a distance toward the eastern country, and they dwelt there. Verse 39. And they also built a city there, and they called the name thereof Aram, after the name of their eldest brother, that is Aram Zobah to this day. Verse 40. And Isaac the son of Abraham was growing up in those days, and Abraham his father taught him the way of the Lord to know the Lord, and the Lord was with him. Verse 41. And when Isaac was 37 years old, Ishmael his brother was going about with him in the tent. Verse 42. And Ishmael boasted of himself to Isaac, saying, I was 13 years old when the Lord spoke to my father to circumcise us. And I did according to the word of the Lord which he spoke to my father, and I gave my soul unto the Lord, and I did not transgress his word which he commanded my father. Verse 43. And Isaac answered Ishmael, saying, Why dost thou boast to me about this, about a little bit of thy flesh which thou didst take from thy body, concerning which the Lord commanded thee? Verse 44. As the Lord liveth, the God of my father Abraham, if the Lord should say unto my father, Take now thy son Isaac, and bring him up an offering before me, I would not refrain, but I would joyfully accede to it. Verse 45. And the Lord heard the word that Isaac spoke to Ishmael, and it seemed good in the sight of the Lord, and he thought to try Abraham in this matter. Verse 46. And the day arrived when the sons of God came and placed themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with the sons of God before the Lord. Verse 47. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Verse 48. And the Lord said to Satan, What is thy word to me concerning all the children of the earth? And Satan answered the Lord and said, I have seen all the children of the earth who serve thee and remember thee when they require anything from thee. Verse 49. And when thou givest them the thing which they require from thee, they sit at their ease and forsake thee, and they remember thee no more. Verse 50. Hast thou seen Abraham the son of Terah, who at first had no children, and he served thee, and erected altars to thee wherever he came, and he brought up offerings upon them. and he proclaimed thy name continually to all the children of the earth. Verse 51. And now that his son Isaac is born to him, he has forsaken thee. He has made a great feast for all the inhabitants of the land, and the Lord he has forgotten. Verse 52. For amidst all that he has done he brought thee no offering, neither burnt offering nor peace offering, neither ox, lamb nor goat of all that he killed on the day that his son was weaned. Verse 53. Even from the time of his son's birth till now, being 37 years, he built no altar before thee, nor brought any offering to thee, for he saw that thou didst give what he requested before thee, and he therefore forsook thee. Verse 54. And the Lord said to Satan, Hast thou thus considered my servant Abraham? For there is none like him upon earth, a perfect and an upright man before me, one that feareth God and avoideth evil. As I live, were I to say unto him, Bring up Isaac thy son before me, he would not withhold him from me. Much more if I told him to bring up a burnt offering before me from his flock or herds. Verse 55. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Speak then now unto Abraham as thou hast said, and thou wilt see whether he will not this day transgress and cast aside thy words.